The wait is finally over. But what if the biggest surprise in Hudson and Rex Season 9 isn't simply that Charlie Hudson is back? What if his return changes everything Rex has learned to trust? The official first look has sparked a wave of excitement among fans, confirming a return that many believed would never happen. But beneath the emotional reunion lies a much deeper mystery. Relationships have changed, loyalties have shifted, and the team Charlie left behind is no longer the same. As new clues begin to surface, one question grows louder than ever. Can Charlie truly pick up where he left off, or has time changed everything forever? Stay with us until the end, because the newest details may reveal why Season 9 is shaping up to become the most emotional and unpredictable chapter Hudson and Rex has ever delivered. For months, fans have been asking the same question. Would Charlie Hudson ever return? Every update, every behind-the-scenes photo, and every rumor led to endless debates across the fan community. Now the official first look has finally given viewers the answer they have been waiting for. Charlie Hudson is back, and his return instantly changes the future of the series. But this is not simply a story about bringing back a familiar face. The writers appear determined to show that life continued while Charlie was gone, and that decision could make Season 9 far more emotional than anyone expected. One of the smartest things revealed by the first look is that the show refuses to erase everything that happened during Charlie's absence. Instead, it embraces those changes. While Charlie was away, Mark Hudson stepped into an impossible situation. Many viewers were unsure whether anyone could fill Charlie's role, but over time, Mark earned the respect of the department and slowly built his own identity. More importantly, he formed a genuine partnership with Rex. That bond did not happen overnight. It was built through difficult investigations, dangerous missions, and moments where complete trust became the only thing keeping them alive. Now Charlie walks back into a world that no longer looks exactly the way he remembers. His office is familiar. His team is familiar. Even the streets of St. John's still feel like home. But people have changed. Experiences have shaped them. Responsibilities have shifted. Charlie must now face something far more difficult than solving another criminal investigation. He must discover where he belongs inside a team that has already learned to move forward without him. Perhaps the biggest emotional question involves Rex himself. Throughout the entire series, Rex has never been treated as just another police dog. He has always been Charlie's closest partner, someone who understands him without words. Their connection has become one of television's most memorable partnerships. Yet time changes even the strongest relationships. During Charlie's absence, Rex worked beside Mark every single day. Together they solved cases, protected innocent people, and built complete confidence in one another. Those experiences cannot simply disappear because Charlie has returned. That creates an emotional conflict unlike anything the show has explored before. Fans naturally expect an emotional reunion, but what happens after that first moment? Will Rex immediately return to Charlie's side without hesitation? Or will the writers take a more realistic approach by showing that loyalty can exist for more than one person? The official first look seems to hint that nothing will be resolved so quickly. Instead of rushing through this emotional storyline, Season 9 appears ready to let these relationships develop naturally over several episodes. Charlie himself also seems different. The man returning to the department is not exactly the same detective viewers remember. His journey away from home has clearly left emotional scars. He has experienced uncertainty, painful decisions, and the heavy burden of searching for answers. Those experiences rarely leave someone unchanged. Instead of presenting Charlie as an unstoppable hero, the writers appear interested in showing a man trying to rebuild his place in a life that continued without him. That decision could become one of the greatest strengths of the new season. Viewers often connect most deeply with characters who struggle, adapt, and grow, rather than those who simply win every challenge placed before them. Charlie's greatest battle may not involve catching criminals at all. It may involve rebuilding trust, reconnecting with Rex, and learning how to work beside the very brother who successfully carried the team forward in his absence. And if the first look is only revealing a small piece of the story, then the biggest surprises may still be waiting just around the corner. If Charlie's return is the emotional heart of Hudson and Rex Season 9, then the growing partnership between Charlie, Mark, and Rex could become the biggest challenge the series has ever explored. The official first look makes it clear that the writers are not interested in creating a simple reunion. Instead, they seem ready to tell a much deeper story about change, family, and earning trust all over again. That decision alone separates Season 9 from many previous seasons because this time the emotional journey appears just as important as solving the weekly mysteries. One detail that immediately stands out is how confident Mark Hudson has become. When he first joined the story, many viewers naturally compared him to Charlie. Some questioned whether he could ever fit into such an important role, but over time, Mark stopped trying to replace his brother and instead became his own kind of detective. He handled difficult investigations, earned the respect of his fellow officers, and proved that he belonged inside the department. By the end of last season, he was no longer standing in Charlie's shadow. He had built his own reputation. That creates an interesting situation for both brothers. Charlie is returning as the detective everyone remembers, but Mark is no longer the inexperienced officer who needed guidance. Both now have valuable experience. Both have earned the team's trust. Both care deeply about protecting their city. Instead of competing directly, they may have to learn how to combine their different strengths. Of course, that sounds easier than it actually is. Brothers often carry years of shared memories, hidden emotions, and personal expectations. Even when they care about each other, disagreements can appear without a warning. The official first look hints that Charlie and Mark will have very different perspectives after everything they have experienced apart. Charlie has seen challenges outside the department that changed the way he thinks. Mark, meanwhile, has spent months leading investigations alongside Rex and making difficult decisions on his own. When two strong detectives believe they are doing the right thing, conflict becomes almost unavoidable. That emotional tension could also affect Rex more than fans expect. Rex has always been incredibly loyal, but loyalty is not always simple. He trusts Charlie because of everything they survived together. At the same time, he also trusts Mark because they developed a real partnership while Charlie was gone. Rather than forcing Rex to choose immediately, the writers seem interested in exploring how those relationships naturally evolve. Watching Rex respond differently to each brother could become one of the most emotional parts of the entire season. Beyond the family drama, Season 9 also looks ready to deliver another collection of exciting investigations. One of the first confirmed cases already sounds like classic Hudson and Rex. A professional wrestler is murdered shortly before a major charity event, pulling the detectives into a dangerous world filled with rivalries, jealousy, hidden motives, and carefully guarded secrets. At first glance, the crime seems straightforward, but every new clue uncovers another layer of deception, making it clear that nearly everyone connected to the victim has something to hide. This is exactly the kind of storytelling fans have come to expect from the series. Every investigation begins with one mystery, but slowly opens the door to something much bigger. The detectives rarely solve a case by following the obvious path. Instead, they uncover unexpected connections, surprising betrayals, and emotional truths that completely change the direction of the story. That formula has helped Hudson and Rex remain popular for so many years, and Season 9 appears determined to continue that tradition. What makes these new investigations even more interesting is how they may reflect the personal journeys of the characters. While solving crimes, Charlie will also be rebuilding his place within the department. Every case becomes another opportunity to reconnect with his teammates, earn back the confidence that time may have weakened, and prove that he still belongs beside Rex. At the same time, Mark will likely face his own challenge. He must continue growing as a detective without feeling like he has to step aside simply because his brother has returned. The supporting cast will also play an important role throughout this transition. Every member of the department has already adjusted to working with Mark. Now they must welcome Charlie back while maintaining the teamwork they have spent months building. Some characters may immediately celebrate Charlie's return, while others could need time to adapt to another major change. These smaller moments often become some of the strongest scenes in Hudson and Rex because they make the workplace feel genuine, rather than simply serving as the background for police investigations. Perhaps the most exciting part of the official first look is that nothing appears rushed. Instead of resolving every emotional question within the opening episode, the writers seem prepared to let these relationships grow naturally. That slower pace gives every conversation, every investigation, and every reunion much greater emotional weight. It allows viewers to experience the same uncertainty as the characters themselves, wondering how everything will eventually come together. If the first look is already revealing this much emotion before the season even begins, then there is every reason to believe the biggest twists have not been shown yet. And if those hidden surprises deliver on the promise of the trailer, Hudson and Rex Season 9 could easily become one of the most unforgettable seasons the series has ever produced. As exciting as Charlie Hudson's return is, the official first look suggests that Season 9 is about much more than bringing back a beloved character. It feels like the beginning of a completely new chapter for Hudson and Rex. Every clue points toward a season that balances emotional storytelling, thrilling investigations, and character development in a way that longtime fans have been hoping for. Instead of looking backward, the series appears ready to move forward while honoring everything that came before. One reason for that optimism is the way the writers seem to be respecting the events of previous seasons. Many television shows reset their stories whenever an important character returns, pretending that nothing significant happened while they were away. Hudson and Rex does not appear to be taking that approach. Every experience from Charlie's absence still matters. Every relationship that developed continues to shape the future. That sense of continuity gives the story far more emotional power because viewers know their investment in earlier seasons was meaningful. The city of St. John's also remains one of the show's greatest strengths. Over the years, it has become much more than just the backdrop for investigations. Its streets, waterfront, neighborhoods, and beautiful landscapes have become part of the show's identity. Charlie's return to these familiar places carries emotional meaning because every location reminds him of memories that changed his life. But those same places also represent fresh opportunities. He is not simply returning home. He is beginning another journey in a city that has continued evolving without him. Of course, the heart of Hudson and Rex has always been the partnership between humans and their four-legged hero. Rex continues to be the emotional center of the series. His intelligence, bravery, and loyalty have helped solve countless cases. But this season may ask even more from him. Instead of simply tracking suspects and finding clues, Rex could become the bridge that helps reconnect two brothers who have followed very different paths. His actions may influence not only criminal investigations, but also the emotional healing happening inside the department. Another exciting detail is the promise of fresh mysteries. Every season has challenged the detectives with dangerous criminals, unexpected betrayals, and carefully hidden secrets. Season 9 looks ready to continue that tradition while raising the emotional stakes. The cases themselves appear larger, more personal, and filled with surprising twists that keep both the characters and the audience guessing until the very end. Each investigation could test Charlie and Mark in different ways, forcing them to rely on each other's strengths even when they disagree. The official first look also hints that teamwork will become one of the season's biggest themes. Charlie cannot solve every problem alone. Mark cannot carry every responsibility by himself. Rex cannot protect everyone without the support of his partners. Success will depend on trust, communication, and accepting that every member of the team brings something valuable. That message has always been part of Hudson and Rex, but Season 9 seems ready to explore it on a much deeper emotional level. Perhaps the biggest unanswered question is whether Charlie can truly find his place again. Returning home is rarely as simple as walking through a familiar door. People change. Circumstances change. Even the strongest friendships require time to rebuild after long separations. Charlie now faces a challenge unlike any criminal case he has investigated before. He must earn his place once again, not because anyone doubts his ability, but because life has continued moving forward. Watching that journey unfold may become the most rewarding part of the season. Fans should also expect plenty of emotional moments between the brothers. Charlie and Mark have both experienced hardships that shaped them into different people. Sometimes those experiences bring family members closer together. Other times they create misunderstandings that take time to heal. The writers appear interested in exploring both possibilities, giving audiences realistic relationships instead of easy solutions. That emotional honesty has always been one of the reasons viewers continue returning to the series year after year. What makes this season especially exciting is the feeling that almost anything could happen. The trailer answers one major question by confirming Charlie's return, but it also creates dozens of new mysteries. How will the department adjust? Will Charlie and Mark become the perfect team, or will old emotions stand in their way? Can Rex balance his loyalty to both brothers without hurting either relationship? And what dangerous new threats are waiting just beyond the first investigation? Until the new episodes finally arrive, those questions remain unanswered. But one thing already feels certain. Hudson and Rex Season 9 is not simply continuing the story. It is raising the emotional stakes higher than ever before. With Charlie Hudson finally back, Mark proving he belongs, Rex standing at the center of it all, and a new collection of mysteries waiting to unfold, the next chapter promises suspense, heartfelt moments, and unforgettable surprises from beginning to end. Now we want to hear from you. Are you most excited to see Charlie Hudson reunite with Rex, or do you think Mark and Rex should continue working together as partners? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this update, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss the latest Hudson and Rex news, trailers, and exclusive updates. The biggest surprises may still be ahead, and we'll be here to cover every new clue as soon as it arrives.